Oh, it had a slight false start there where I had the phone doing something weird. Good morning. It feels like ages since we've been on a Tuesday check-in. We missed last week because EE were doing stuff with the local phone mast, so all our phones and our emails have been up the spout all week, which hasn't been very helpful, and added to the fact that we're migrating our website over to a brand new site this week, it's been slightly stressful from the tech point of view, but it's really nice to be back with you. I'd love to say on a lovely sunny morning, but actually it's not sunny at all. It's actually quite windy and slightly chilly. Now, as you can see, this is a real baby. So this is Teddy. Teddy is a mare that's come pretty much straight from the field with 3 of her buddies who are up. And this is Teddy's second time in the arena. So last week Jason had like 1 or 2 rides in the round pen. She's been out round the farm probably 3 times. And now she's exploring things in the arena. And actually we don't sort of clear everything out of the arena for the babies. It actually gives the horses and Jason little focus points, and you can see there when Teddy gets going a little bit, he can just use barrels or this mounting block just as a bit of a guide, just to settle her down. And you'll notice that if she gets going, he'll never pull with 2 reins. It's always just guiding them into a circle to just slow them down and settle them back down again. Oh, hello. Teddy's really trying to investigate me.
So,
how are you doing?
Yeah, we're pretty good. As you can see, straight lines are at a premium right now. Well, I'm just working around the school and I'm giving myself and her something to do. And she's doing her first few circles today. And you notice the circles are around a drum. But it's not a bad place to start if they've not done circles and that sort of thing. Then to be able to have something as a reference point is always a good idea. Yeah, and the rest of it is just give yourself something to aim at. You can see she wants to sort of drop away from the poles I'm going over, so I just redirect her, put her over the poles, and hopefully as I go round here you'll start to see her straighten up and just go forward a little bit as she knows what she's doing. So yeah, you have to bear with us.
So he's doing this with so at the moment we've got 7 young horses in at the moment that are all at the same stage. So this morning it's like a bit of a production line we've got going on. So he's riding them just in the arena 5-10 minutes, then he's riding them up the driveway and back and doing a little loop up the driveway and back and around the yard, just in preparation for sort of hacking for the rest of the week and sort of maybe getting them out on the local lanes, towards the end of the week. So this is week 3. So first week is mainly groundwork, and because these guys, she came with 3 other mares. They've been quite funny. Slightly nerve-wracking at times because they haven't really been stabled much or tied up or anything before they came. So the first couple of days we had 3 of them all jumping out of stables. So that was always slightly disconcerting, but they're all fine, and now they're so much more settled. How's it going, Jace?
Morning all. Yeah, we're very well. Just going to put Teddy through their paces. They're all doing a sort of a Jason Webb version of the prelim 13, I think it is. So for those of you that know about dressage tests, this may not be that accurate. and there will be lots of wobbling. I don't expect much in terms of head position or anything like that, but I just want to ride forward, around, walk, trot, canter, and just do a pattern basically, and just see how they go. And it's a good sort of, for me, as I go through their training, although I don't have these horses very long, if I was to have them a bit longer, you know, a dressage test is a good measure of sort of how your horse is improving and all that sort of thing, and maybe give you some things to work on. So I've so I'm just going to do that pattern and have a look.
Cool. So when Jason says we don't have them for very long, they come in for well, it's a 6 weeks training program, but we do it in 2 blocks. So he does 4 weeks, then they go out for a couple of weeks, and then they come in for another 2 weeks. So this is towards the end of her last week. Teddy. She's got lovely quality paces, Teddy here. She's got something up her nose. She's by Sir Donnerhall, out of a Don Shuffro mare. Oh crikey, sorry, I was right in the way. And so what I'll do, I'll put this video together with the other Tuesday check-in a few weeks ago when Teddy was first in the arena, and you'll see the difference. And as Jason just said, he's not worried about where her head is or anything like that. He's just looking for a bit of rhythm, bit of balance, and forward, forward, forward. And these lovely sort of big young horses, they find staying in the smaller confines of a sort of 20 by 40 area quite tricky, especially in the canter. I really think I am right in the way. Jason really likes Teddy, so she's got a really good brain, really nice soft mouth, and just gives him a really good feel. He's quite excited about Teddy. So at the moment we've got 4 mares who are owned by the same owner, and then we've got 2 who are owned by Jackie Sue, and they from Pebbly Mill Stud, so they're going home as well. And we've got a Szechuan colt who's off on Friday too. So there's going to be like a mass exodus on Friday as they all go home. But that's like the really nice thing about this job. You know, we sort of meet the horses. You know, Jason's like the first rung on a ladder of progression. And it's really great to see them go home and, you know, follow how they get on. And these horses, you might be able to see if you compare it to when she was last on a Tuesday check-in. They've done very, very well on the grass that's come through. And we feed them all Saracen feed, Shape Up Balancer and Saracen chaff and conditioning cubes. And they, dare I say it, even Teddy might look a little bit on the tubby side. So they've obviously handled the whole starting process really well. And yeah, happy horses. Well, that looked pretty nice and accurate and stress-free.
I'm sure there was a few bits I might have missed out or whatever, but you know, that's all I really want. And once they start to know patterns, you start to be a little bit more precise and, you know, start to move them around a bit. So I'm quite happy with that for Teddy. I'm just going to go for a little ride out. But before I do, I just like to see that I can sort of affect them a little bit with my legs. Just in a sort of a baby fashion. I just want to see if they can sort of leg yield a little bit and give them a little idea of that.
We tend to put the young horses that come here for starting on Gastro Pro from Equine Exceed, and it just, you know, it can be really stressful time for them. I mean, these guys have come straight out of a paddock, their whole world has been turned upside down, and just by giving them a sort of gastro supplement, it just, you know, covers those kind of bases. And you can see here Teddy is just starting a little bit of lateral movement, little yield off the leg. Just see those legs crossing over a little bit. So she's moving off his leg really nicely. Good steps, good sideways steps. And that's been done right from the beginning, from the groundwork that Jason does in the first few days. And then the first ride, and he takes them out and he does a gait. so they're very used to this sort of lateral movement that he's taught on gaits. And then he does sort of zigzag patterns up the fence. And all of these things to teach your horse, they're all in Jason's online program, Your Horsemanship. Oh, get that little sales point in. So if you're starting a young horse yourself, or you've got a new horse and you want to just check all the foundations are in place, it is a really great program to follow. It's really comprehensive, and hopefully if you follow it, you'll end up with a lovely horse like Teddy here, who's just taking it all in a stride beautifully. Right, we'll just watch her go out the gate, and this is nice to see, isn't it? Just horses that would be destined for sort of high-level dressage. Off for a nice old hack in the Kentish countryside. They all get very good at gates. Jason's obsession. She's got such unusual facial markings. You'll, you won't get mistaken for someone else on Teddy.